Thank you for joining. We're gonna give a couple of minutes. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited about this session. Thank you for joining. I see that we have a lot of participants. Let's see your reactions on the Zoom to see how excited you are for the session. I see a lot of hearts. That makes me so happy. Thumbs up, claps. I see smiling faces. Are you enjoying Jota Joti? Let us know on the Q&A what has been your favorite part of Jota Joti. Thank you everyone who's joining now. I see that we have lots of participants. We're just gonna give a couple more seconds for more people to join. I see hearts coming in. Okay, I'm gonna start. Welcome everyone to our last live webinar on Jota Joti. This makes me so happy and sad at the same time. This is our last live session, but we have all the recordings already. We have all the recordings for all the past sessions, so don't worry, you're gonna have a lot more time to go over them. So let's start. Today and right now, we're gonna talk about coping skills for stress and crisis. So this session is actually part of our health and well-being agenda. And we're gonna talk about what is stress, how can we cope with stress, how can we manage some of our emotions, when do we need to ask for help? So before we start, I just want to let you know that we have the Q&A active. So if you have any question during the entire session, please make sure that you are posting it on our channel. Also, I want to take the time to say thank you to our amazing technical host, Jorge or Coco. He's helping us behind the scenes, getting everything ready for you and for me to enjoy this webinar. So thank you, Coco, and we're gonna start. Before we start, I just wanted you to pay attention to this quick video. It's a video that is gonna give us an introduction to everything that we're gonna talk right now. So pay attention.
Stress is usually seen as something we need to avoid. This is not true. We need stress, and we need our body's stress hormone cortisol to rise and fall throughout the day. Stress helps us wake up in the morning, helps us focus, learn, and remember new things. It's when people experience too much stress and start having difficulties coping that stress becomes a problem. High levels of stress can disrupt the natural changes in the body's stress response system and start to affect our physical and mental health. Over time, accumulated stress can result in false FFF response activations. When trying to measure our stress tolerance, the bucket analogy can be helpful. Our stress tolerance, or the size of our bucket, is a product of our genes, personality, and life experiences, and its size varies from person to person. The water in this analogy is the combination of all the stress in your life. We use the coping strategies we have available to keep our bucket from overflowing. They are like taps that allow water to drain from the bucket. Stress can include training, work, school, relationships, finances, moving, changing jobs, or the loss of a loved one. Both positive and negative experiences will affect the water level. A big bucket can hold more water or stress before it overflows. With a smaller bucket, less water is required for the water or stress level to become critical. While you can't change the size of your bucket, you can make life adjustments to reduce water coming in. You can also learn new coping strategies and stress management techniques to allow water to drain out. Mind tools, exercise, quality sleep, relaxation, and sharing your feelings with friends are some examples of effective water taps. Staying up late, sleeping in, drugs, Inactivity, procrastination, suppressing or ignoring problems are examples of unhelpful coping strategies or false taps. They might give temporary relief, but actually result in water flowing back into your bucket.
Okay, so I want to see some reactions and what do you think about the video? Let's use, I see surprises, I see hearts, I see clap hands, I see thumbs up. And yes, today we're gonna talk about stress. Why is it harmful to have too much stress, but what is it, why do we need it to keep going? So first of all, we're gonna give a definition for stress. So according to the World Health Organization, stress can be defined as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological strain. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or action. Everyone experiences stress to some degree. The way you respond to stress, however, makes a big difference in your overall well-being. So before we start, I just wanted you to let you know that I'm not a professional psychiatrist or psychologist. So we are just gonna give you some tips on how to handle stress, maybe some coping skills. But if you are experiencing too much stress, if you're experiencing too much anxiety, we do suggest to contact a healthcare professional. So let's start. So now that we know what is stress, how the World Health Organization defined it, how does stress affect our body and brain? So yes, stress affects everything inside of us, our body, our brain, how we conduct each other in social matters. So little bits of stress is good for people to perform and protect themselves. But too much stress can overwhelm us, leading us to fight, flight, or freeze response. This means that stress in small amounts are good. As the video just told us, having stress can help us wake up in the morning, can help us finish our to-do list, can help us with a lot of things. But having too much stress can actually be really harmful for our well-being, for our health in general. Does everyone respond to stress and crisis the same way? No. And this is really important. Not everyone reacts differently. Not everyone reacts the same way. Everyone reacts differently to stressful situations. This means that the coping skills that I use may not be useful for Coco, for example, or may not be useful for all of you. And some of the skills that you already do, some of the coping skills and activities that you do to calm your stress may not help me, but may help others. So accordingly, both the impact of stress and the coping styles can vary from person to person. So maybe Coco is better at handling stress than I am, or maybe I need a lot more breaks than Coco, because I handle stress a little not that good as him, and that's okay. It's okay to understand, and it's okay for you to feel stress a little different than your friends. It's okay that stress can cause you more pain than your family, or can cause you a little bit more of headaches than to your friends. It's okay. We all react the same way. We react different. What we do won't be the same as other people. So what are some of the manifestations of stress? I want you to pay a lot of attention here. So because our bodies, our minds, our hearts actually give us some clue when we are experiencing a stressful situation, when we are experiencing like we cannot handle our emotions very well. So stress can manifest as fear, worry, inability to relax, increased heart rate, difficulty in breathing, disturbance in sleeping patterns, changing eating patterns, difficulty in concentrating in your daily tasks, and worsening of pre-existing health conditions, both physical and mental. So as you can see, there are a lot of ways that you can feel stressed. You can even feel like you are not hungry, or you are eating too much, like you are not sleeping that much, you're sleeping just 1 or 2 hours, or you are sleeping like 12 hours, you are not able to relax, you are not able to focus, your breathing starts to change. So experiences of stress can manifest in many, many ways. And what we are going to talk about now is just some of the techniques that some people may use to cope, as the session is called, with stress and crisis. So let's talk about these coping skills to manage stress. First of all, we're going to talk about self-awareness. So when talking about stress and when talking about our body, it is important to understand how we are feeling. It is important to understand that we need to take some time. It is important to recognize if I need some time out, if I need to take a break, if I'm feeling too stressful, if I'm going through a crisis and I need to ask for help. So being aware of ourselves, being aware of myself is the first step to cope for coping skills, because you are the one in charge of taking care of you, which led us to our second tip on coping skills, taking care of yourself. So taking care of yourself means that you are going to recognize what you need. You are going to recognize either if you need a glass of cold water, or if you need a hot tea, if you need to have a shower, or if you need to have a nap. You are going to be the one recognizing what you need. You're going to be the one taking care of yourself. So on these first tips, I invite you to make some time to get to know yourself, make some time to recognize what stressful situations are you in. Are you too stressed about a specific activity? Are you too stressed about an exam, about an interview? What is causing the stress? Can make us be more self-aware and can help us take care of ourselves. Remember that we have the question and answer option. So if you have any questions during the entire session, please make sure that you leave us there. On other tips, we also have exercise. So I think I talked a little bit about exercising yesterday in a session, but working out regularly is one of the best ways to relax your body at night. As we told you, stress can manifest in the inability to relax, and exercise can help you push that. Plus, exercise will improve your mood and your ability to manage emotions. So every time you exercise, there are a lot of hormones going on your body that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel with more energy and makes you feel better. Also, another of the coping skills we want you to try it out is maybe you can relax your muscles. When you're stressed, I don't know if you knew, but your muscles get tense. And that's why when we are stressed, we often get like shoulder pain, or we feel our backs like hurting. We cannot stand up straight because there are some muscles that are really tense. So we try to relax our muscles. And how can we relax our muscles? By doing a quick stretching session, like the one you do previous exercise. You can also practice some yoga. You can also practice some meditation. You can also practice some breathing techniques. So relaxing your muscles and exercise will definitely help you calm your body, understand how you're feeling, and manage your emotions. Then we have another of the most successful coping skills, which is deep breathing. Stopping and taking a few deep breaths can take the pressure off you right away. So there are a lot of deep breathing techniques, but taking deep breath will always help your heart rate, will help your heart relax, will help your muscles relax, and therefore your brain will feel more relaxed and you will let go of some of the stress that you're feeling. After the session, I have an activity for you on deep breathing. Another of the coping skills might be to slow down. As you know, we live in a modern life that is so busy. And sometimes we just need to slow down and chill out. That means that you don't need to run everywhere, that you don't need to answer 100 emails at a time. You can do little goals. If you have too many activities for school, too many homework to do, you can do little by little. You can take breaks, you can slow down. Whenever you are seeing too many screens, you can always take a break of screens and go take a walk. That's slowing down. And before we continue, I will ask you to please, I need to see some reactions on how are you feeling with this session. How are you feeling with your mental health or joti? Are you experiencing some stress? What coping skills do you use? Let's see on the Q&A, what coping skills do you use? Let's see some reactions. Maybe our technical host can also send what he uses as coping skills. So I see a lot of responses on yoga. What else? What do you do when you are feeling stressed? What do you normally do? I usually take deep breaths, and I love a specific movie, so I usually watch that movie. I see that a lot of you are saying sleep, so you are taking sleep breaks. That's great. What else do you do when you are feeling stressed? You can be feeling stressed at school, at work, with some friends. Listen to music. It's an excellent type of coping skill. What else do you do? We have people that are going to professional healthcare professionals, and they have a special treatment. I see that a lot of you talk to your parents, which is great. A lot of you also talk with your friends. I see a question on how much seconds do we need to take a deep breath? That's an excellent question. We're gonna actually practice an activity on deep breathing. You read, I also read, there's responses on I read, I take care of my body. That's great. Thank you for sharing your experiences. And our technical host also said, from my side, I just stop, deep breath, music, and go to dance salsa or bachata. So also taking walk helps. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Let's continue on the coping skills. So the next coping skills I want to talk to you about is take a break. You need to plan on some real downtime to give your mind time off from stress. And taking a break doesn't mean you're gonna get on a 1-week vacation, 2-week vacation. You can also take little breaks. You can also, for me, taking a break is having a cup of tea with myself and just enjoying some show or just enjoying nature. So taking a break can be even 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. So you don't have to plan an entire vacation to take a breath. We see a response on I like scented candles as a coping skills. Then another of the skills that I want to talk to you about, and I already read a lot of them, is make time for hobbies. So we already talked about that you are the one in charge of taking care of yourself, self-awareness. So making time for what you like, making time for your hobbies will give you a sense of distraction, a sense of relaxation. So you need to set aside time for things that you enjoy, that you feel happy doing. For example, my hobby is scouting. So I always set aside time for scouting activities. I like outdoor activities. I like volunteer activities. So that's my way of coping with stress. But there are many, many hobbies that can help you with this. We see that our technical host, he likes to dance as a hobby. We also see reading, listening to music, play some music, yoga, my favorite sport, playing soccer, and that's okay. All of those are excellent hobbies ideas that can take your mind out of the stress that you are feeling. Also, we have a really nice response saying, I like free diving because I find my peace underwater. So before we continue, I just wanted to listen to all of the answers, listen to everything that everyone does, because as I told you, we are all different. We all handle stress differently. And what maybe for you taking a break is not useful, or maybe for you, you don't like yoga, so taking a deep breath won't help you, but making time for your hobbies will, but exercising will. So coping skills are about finding what works for you, finding what are you feeling comfortable doing, and seeing how can you manage better stress and how can you manage your emotions better. I also see some responses on I like to hear music and experts, that's okay. Another of the coping skills that we can talk about today is talk about your problems. If things are bothering you, talking about them can lower your stress. So I will definitely recommend talking to your parents about what are you feeling, talking to your friends, talking to your teachers at school, talking to your scout leaders, making sure that you are expressing yourself, making sure that you are talking about what are the situations that are stressing you, how are you feeling? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling happy? You are not feeling anything? So talking about it will help. Also, be kind with yourself. I like this coping skill a lot. Accept that you cannot do things perfectly, no matter how hard you try, because we are not perfect. We can make mistakes. We always make mistakes. You also cannot control everything in your life. Being able to be kind to yourself will make you resilient to stress, because you will accept that, yes, you can make mistakes. Yes, you cannot be perfect, but you can try again. You can always try to have a deep breath. You can always try to do your homework again. You can retake a test. You can retake a class. Everything is gonna be fine. There are a lot of things that we cannot control. We cannot control, for example, how other people feel. We cannot control what other people does. We cannot control the weather, but we can control how we feel, and we can control how we react to some situations. So these coping skills are to teach you how to better understand the way you react to stress, and to help you understand better how to manage your emotions during a stressful time. And the last tip I have for you is, on this session, I will talk a lot more on asking for help. So when managing a lot of stressful situation, when managing a lot of stressful conversations, exams, stressful homework, and we are feeling overwhelmed, we are feeling like none of these coping skills are helping, and we are feeling like maybe something that I'm doing is not being helpful, we do need to ask for help. We do need to see if negative thoughts overwhelm you and your ability to make positive changes. It is time to seek for professional help, and asking for help is okay. Asking for help is always brave. You can go to your scout leader and say, I need some help because I cannot handle this stress anymore. I'm feeling overwhelmed. You can go to your parents and tell them that, what are you feeling? You are not feeling okay. You can always seek for professional help. Just want to make a note that Seeking professional help is important. Even though we can't talk to our friends, we can't talk to our family, we can't talk to our scout leader, it won't be the same as seeking professional help, because healthcare professionals are trained individuals to help you navigate your health, physical and emotional health. So asking for help will always be a right thing to do. I see a question that what if you don't know where to go? And that's really a powerful question. So I know that there is a lot of information online, but you can find reliable resources online. You can also go to, we actually have a Safe from Harm and a help desk stand on Joti Joti. So if you're feeling stressed, you can go and talk to our Safe from Harm people. You can talk to your scout leader. I would recommend, of course, talking to your parents, if you have brothers or sisters, if you have friends. Your school teacher can help too. So before we go, I just want to see, before we do an activity, I just want to see if you have any questions. Let's see if we have any questions. How are you feeling? Maybe you can react with your Zoom reactions. You will be able to see this session online. Once it finishes, you will be able to see the recording. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask an activity. So for this activity, I really want you to pay attention to the screen. Really try to hear what the video is gonna say. So make sure you have nothing on your hands. Make sure you don't have, if you are listening to the session on your phone, that's okay. But if you are seeing that session on a computer, don't have your phone on your hands. Try to concentrate on what we're gonna hear and try to do the steps. So I will invite you all to peacefully listen to this video and try to do the exercises that we are about to do. And at the end of the video, let me know how you felt. So let's start.
There are times when we all experience feelings of stress or anxiety. In these moments, you can use your breath to help calm those feelings. Box breathing is a simple relaxation technique that can help you reset your breath and return to its normal rhythm. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Box breathing can help reduce stress and improve mood. It can also help with controlling and managing emotions. It's very easy to learn. Imagine breathing around a box. Inhale as you visualize going up one side of the box, gradually filling your lungs with air. When you reach the top, hold your breath for 1 to 5 seconds as you picture going across the top of the box. Exhale gradually as you imagine traveling down the other side of the box. Pause again for 1 to 5 seconds as you go along the bottom of the box. Then repeat. This can be done 7 to 10 times in a row, focusing on the breath. If you can do it sitting down with your feet grounded, that will help too. But really, it can be done anywhere. Box breathing has physiological and psychological benefits. Physiologically, it regulates breath, increases oxygen to the lungs, and can help reduce blood pressure and lower heart rate. Box breathing can help psychologically by providing focus to your breath and removing attention from the things that are causing feelings of stress and anxiety. The repetition of box breathing can also help reduce stress. So, in moments when feelings of stress and anxiety are overwhelming, remember box breathing and the power of your breath as a simple way to relax and breathe a bit easier.
Okay, so let's see, how did you like the video? How did you feel with those deep breathing exercises? I see hearts, that's good. Did you know about this deep breathing technique? So I see heart. Did you do it? Did you try to do the box breathing exercise? Are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling well? Write down what you are thinking on the Q&A. We reached that part of the webinar when you can ask questions. So let me know if you have any question. I see a lot of hearts. Again, you will be able to see the video of this session after it's finished. It will be uploaded. I see a lot of hearts. Where and when is the recording going to be available? The recording is going to be available in our site, in our Jyoti Jyoti campsite. It will take some time, but not too long. So maybe in a couple of hours, you will be able to see the recording. It will also appear in the Jyoti Jyoti YouTube channel, official YouTube channel. Maybe, okay, do you want to repeat the deep breath again? Do you want me to put it again? Let's see, some thumbs up. Okay, I see that a lot of you want to do the deep breathing again, so I'm gonna play it one more time.
There are times when we all experience feelings of stress or anxiety. In these moments, you can use your breath to help calm those feelings. Box breathing is a simple relaxation technique that can help you reset your breath and return to its normal rhythm. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Box breathing can help reduce stress and improve mood. It can also help with controlling and managing emotions. It's very easy to learn. Imagine breathing around a box. Inhale as you visualize going up one side of the box, gradually filling your lungs with air. When you reach the top, hold your breath for 1 to 5 seconds as you picture going across the top of the box. Exhale gradually as you imagine traveling down the other side of the box. Pause again for 1 to 5 seconds as you go along the bottom of the box. Then repeat. This can be done 7 to 10 times in a row, focusing on the breath. If you can do it sitting down with your feet grounded, that will help too. But really, it can be done anywhere. Box breathing has physiological and psychological benefits. Physiologically, it regulates breath, increases oxygen to the lungs, and can help reduce blood pressure and lower heart rate. Box breathing can help psychologically by providing focus to your breath and removing attention from the things that are causing feelings of stress and anxiety. The repetition of box breathing can also help reduce stress. So, in moments when feelings of stress and anxiety are overwhelming, remember box breathing and the power of your breath as a simple way to relax and breathe a bit easier.
Okay, so thank you so much. And I see that we don't have any more questions. So thank you so much for joining our session today. It's been a pleasure to being your host. I just wanted to leave you with a message before we go to our challenge code. Remember that it's always okay to ask for help. It's okay not to be okay sometimes. And if one of your friends, family members, or someone on your scout group comes to you because they are not feeling well, because they are feeling stressed, remember them that it's okay to ask for professional help. Maybe you can teach them some of the coping skills that you learned today. So I think I will leave you with the code. So thank you so much. Thank you, Coco, for your help and support during the session. Remember that if you are not feeling okay, seeking professional help is always the answer. I see that a lot of you are feeling relaxed. That's amazing. And remember that we have a lot of static content. We have a lot of static content on our platform. You can rewatch all of the sessions that we gave during Jote Joti. We had a lot of session on environment, a lot of session on health and well-being, peace and community. We had skills for life. So you can always visit them. You can see it on our official Jote Joti YouTube channel. So thank you so much for joining. I think that will be it. We are good to go.